This video contains the interrogation of a man who murdered his girlfriend and kept her butchered remains in a freezer. When Shannon Graves disappeared in February 2017, her family and friends immediately suspected that the kind-hearted woman had come to a bad end. Graves was always willing to help anyone in need, and they had always been afraid that someone would eventually return her kindness with violence. Without her body or any witnesses to a possible abduction, the investigation stalled. After all, it was still possible that she had simply left of her own free will, even though it was unlikely. In June, an unexpected and grisly discovery was made, which broke the case wide open. Arturo Novoa, Graves' boyfriend, had told friends that he no longer had electricity and wanted them to take his freezer so that he would not lose the meat he had stored. They allowed him to put it in their basement and did not question the lock he had placed on it. One day, the wife of Novoa's friend went into the basement in search of some ground beef to make spaghetti sauce, and since the lock was improperly installed, it wasn't long before the remains of Graves were found wrapped in a black plastic bag.
Okay. The other day I asked you about the rumors about you burning things up.
Yes.
Okay. You told me you didn't.
Correct.
Okay. Is that still true?
Correct.
You did not burn things up?
I did not.
Okay. Did you, at any point, take a freezer to a house in Camel?
I did not.
You did not?
I did not.
Okay. So you didn't go to Kenny Eschenbaugh's house on Devitt with a freezer, with a padlock on it and put it in his basement?
I did not.
You did?
And leave and go get an extension cord and plug it back in.
You didn't do that?
I did not.
Okay. Okay. So, up until now, has anything we talked about not been true?
Everything.
The last time you saw Shannon was when?
I
Can't
don't
remember.
even know. Like the end of February.
Okay. You have no idea what became of her? Where
I
she
do
ended
not.
up?
I do not. I have said this to everybody.
Okay. So, when I told you the other day at your house that some people who were acquaintances of yours said that you burned her things up.
Okay.
Okay. Now,
I don't understand how, like,
I've-
acquaintance of who exactly means. Because I don't know anybody that she personally knows, which was
talking about
half the
your
problem.
people who know you, not her.
Oh.
Okay. People who know you said this, that you burned your things up. Now I have people that know you saying you brought a freezer to her house. When they opened it up, guess what they found?
What did they find, sir?
Why do you think you're here?
Novoa does not act shocked by the news, even though he denies that he was involved. He had to know that Graves' remains would eventually be discovered and linked to him.
The charge is abuse of a corpse.
Excuse me?
Abuse of a corpse?
Are you being serious right now?
I'm not fooling with you, man.
You're
I
100%
would
serious
not
right
make
now.
this up. Yeah, absolutely.
I don't believe it.
Well, I wouldn't be sitting here with you at, 10 o'clock at night, none, if I wasn't talking about a body in a freezer that you brought to
You
a guy's
gotta be
house.
fucking kidding me.
Not making it up, man.
What the fuck?
So, I'm trying to figure out how all these people that are not her friends, they're people that you know, are saying this.
Alrighty then. Wow. Alrighty then. Yeah, something is wrong here.
It's kind of too
This
many.
is fucked up.
It's kind of too many people now. You know what I mean?
This is fucked up.
It's
We
kind
need to
of.
make a phone call.
It's kind of too many people.
The thing is, I don't do anything but work and sleep. So when somebody tells me that they're even remotely talking about me or saying anything about me at all, it kind of baffles me.
Okay.
Because all I do is work and sleep, work and sleep, work and sleep.
Okay.
And I talk to my mom. I don't talk to a lot of people.
Okay. Well, you know, when we talked last time, we had this guy that's some kind of acquaintance of yours, lives up the street from you, who says he went with you to burn some things. And they were burned at some people's house where all the people were home. And they're all like, yeah, it's Anthony. Everybody knows Anthony. They know he's Anthony. But everybody knows Anthony. And that was a little weird, but now I have a freezer with a body in it in a guy's house who says, you know, Anthony brought this freezer over here and we opened it up because we thought it was weird and...
What the fuck kind of shit is that?
Well, I don't know. That's what we're trying to figure out. Got all these people who know you.
Well,
There was a hasp lock on the freezer, which had been installed upside down, making it easy to open. The wife of Novoa's friend had decided to take a piece of meat she had been told the freezer contained, only to find a suspicious black bag. She asked her husband to come open it, and both were shocked to discover the human remains.
we're gonna have to, I'm definitely gonna have to make a phone call.
Okay.
Because this is some fucked up shit that you're telling me.
Yeah.
And I don't really believe you, but I have no choice but to believe you because I'm sitting here and shut
Well, we don't do this for...
We
no
wouldn't
reason.
make it up.
We sure as shit wouldn't arrest you for this not having happened.
Right.
You know what I mean? Obviously.
So I basically got all these fingers just being pointed at me, and
Yeah.
now there's a body involved.
Now there's a... And we're really kind of hoping that it's Shannon.
This is fucking
Because if it's
insane.
not, then this guy says you brought a body to his house and it's somebody else and Shannon's still missing, then what are you, some kind of serial killer? So
This
we're
is
hoping
insane.
it's Shannon.
Definitely not, man. This is insanity. This is gonna take so long. I'm gonna lose my job.
You're going to lose your job? Did you hear what I said? This ain't about your Outback dishwasher job anymore. There's a body in a freezer, and the guy said you brought it to his house.
Yeah.
Now, whether it's
Like,
her or not,
yeah,
you understand whether it's her or not, doesn't matter. Your dishwasher job at Outback is fucked, okay? And that's a weird thing for you to say, like, my job's fucked up?
I'm trying to tell you, like, if I'm trying to tell you I don't know what the fuck you're telling me, then obviously, I mean, excuse my language, but
Okay.
if you're trying to tell me all
So-
these fingers are pointed
so
at
listen,
me, and
I'm
I
telling you-
supposedly went to this house and supposedly put this thing in this guy's house, this is fucking insanity to me. It really is. So I'm trying to figure out where something might have, like...
Novoa continues to act as if he is being framed for Graves' death. The detective is certain of his guilt, but realizes that even when faced with the body, he isn't going to get any honest answers out of Novoa. If they are going to get to the truth, someone else involved will have to break.
I'm
Somewhere
telling you,
might have went wrong,
I'm telling
or-
you that 4 people who know you said you burned her shit up, and now 2 people who know you said you brought a freezer with a body in it to their house, and you're talking to me about your dishwasher job. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Because that is not the normal reaction.
But I just got done telling you I don't talk to a lot of people.
Okay,
Like,
that-
at all.
4
Like,
people
literally, I
saw-
can count the amount of people that I talk to in my
Anthony,
hand.
4 people saw you burning her shit, and 2 people said you dropped the freezer off at their house with a body in it. Did you hear what it said?
I'm hearing what
Okay.
you're telling me.
All right. So I don't care who you talk to and what you do with your personal life.
Why would I do something like that is my
I have
point.
no idea why you would do something like that. None. I've got a few ideas. I even got a few ideas that you didn't do something like that. But you know who did. But that's something I would like to hear from you. That I wouldn't put in your mouth. For the last 14, 15, 21 days, I don't know how long it's been, all I've been doing is this. So I've tried to learn everything I can about what's going on in your life to the best I can do without being in your life, because you are a private person.
And what have you learned from my life, sir?
There's a couple people in your life. You're getting pushed and pulled in a couple different directions. You've got a job. You had a few scrapes with us, nothing serious. I've
Like,
learned it- I've
being
learned it-
truthful and seriously.
I've learned it inside your apartment. There was some blood, which don't really look too good right now when this girl's missing. I would like to
The
know.
only blood that I can possibly think that you might have
Listen,
found in my
there's a lot of
apartment is
reasons.
mine, for
There's a
sure.
lot of reasons why there might be blood in your apartment. But when you add that onto the fact that these people saw you burning some shit, and when we went through the shit, figured out it was hers because her bracelet was in there. And when you add in that these other people who know you have a freezer in their basement that they say you brought over there, it kind of, we're past the point of no return on this thing. Like, you didn't bring no freezer with a body in it, and you don't know what's going on.
Right.
That don't happen. So there's a big part of your life that I'm not a part of, and that would be the part where you got a freezer with a body in it. I wasn't with you.
Apparently.
So
Like, how do I end up in this position?
it would be very interesting to me to find out how you came upon a freezer with a body in it. That would be very interesting to me right now. It would also be very interesting to me if that's Shannon in there. It's a bad thing to say, but I'm hoping it is, because if it ain't, then I gotta wonder what the fuck do I got here. If you got a freezer with a body in it and it ain't hers, what the fuck? See what I'm saying? So I got a lot of questions, and none of them are good. But
Apparently.
but
But when I say, like, when you look me up and you know, you say you try to learn everything you can about me, right?
right, yeah.
And when I say, what exactly have you learned about me this whole time?
Mm.
I live a pretty simple life.
Well, it's actually a little bit complex.
How do you say?
Well, you have a probation officer who thinks you live on the east side. And you got a mother who asked me first if I'm probation or police, because that matters where you live. You have an apartment that was your missing girlfriend's apartment that you're still living in.
It used to be ours, but yes.
Yeah. You also have a new house that you guys are paying rent on that you don't live in. And according to Katrina, the only thing that you guys owned in that place was this freezer. So you got an apartment. It's a duplex up and down. What do you want to call that? An apartment or a house?
It's a duplex, but
Okay. You have a half a house.
my lease is up in September, so.
You have a half a house that you're paying for that you don't live in, that you don't keep nothing in there but a freezer that just happens to have your dead ex-girlfriend in it. So it kind of looks bad.
I don't have anything in that house. We literally have
Not
no
anymore.
furniture,
No, yeah,
nothing.
not anymore.
No, it's been moved.
Yeah, the freezers. Well, we have it now, but it was in Camel.
We literally had nothing in that apartment.
So you never moved
Nothing.
anything in that apartment?
We never moved nothing in that apartment.
Okay.
Like, we had nothing in there. All we did was just pay the rent. The landlord put a couple things in there, like stupid furniture or whatever, that he said Katrina or something could pay for. I guess $10 a piece that used to be in there.
Okay.
Aside from that, nothing was in there. All we did was just simply get an apartment ahead of time, so we had a place to lay our head. You know, my
Okay.
lease is up in September. Like, I gotta make sure I got a place to stay. I mean, yeah, I got my apartment on the east side, but that thing is just, it's basically tore down already. Like, I have no bathroom there. I can't really have company there. I do music. I can't really be loud there. I mean, I can barely walk without my mother screaming at me. So, I mean, I don't really have any leg room over there.
Do you remember the part where I said that you brought a freezer to Camel with a body in it? But we're
Do
talking
you
about
remember when I just told you
we're
that I
talking about
didn't?
acoustics here, and we're like way off.
The way Novoa focuses on everything but the body is troubling. It is as if he sees it as nothing more than an inconvenience. He also hasn't questioned whether or not it is Graves, which indicates he knew she was dead rather than missing.
The beaten path of what we're really talking about here. There's a freezer with a body in it in Camel that a guy that you do music with says you brought there.
It's impossible because I didn't do no such thing.
Okay. And then 4 other people that know you say you burned up some shit. When we went through it, we found Shannon shit. And that's impossible too?
I'm trying to tell you that it is. I don't do nothing but work and sleep.
Shannon
Literally.
has a direction card. She did. And Shannon's direction card got used in a bunch of places after she went missing, at the same time that yours did. Did you?
I don't understand how, if I don't even know exactly when she's even come up missing, to even know that she's missing in the first place.
Well, we do.
Okay, so...
How any of this would make sense to me in the first place.
Okay, well, let's make sense of that. Do you use Shannon's direction card regularly?
No, I used to. She was around.
Until when?
Till the last time she was around.
Which was when?
I just told you. I don't have a
Refresh
direct
my-
you. You want me to give you an exact date? I feel
No,
like
give
you
me
guys
a-
are trying to catch me up.
Give
in
us a month.
Give me a
some
month.
crap.
Give me a month.
February?
Okay, so in March and April, when you were using her direction card, did you happen to be with her? And just, you're not telling us you were with her? Were you helping her hide out?
So you want to ask me about somebody else's direction card when you know that it's illegal to share, trade, or sell food stamps in the first place, and you want to sit here and ask me about somebody's direction card?
Yeah, I do, yeah.
Wow.
Absolutely.
As if what you're telling me isn't bad enough.
As if,
Novoa has a stronger reaction to being accused of using Graves's benefits card than he does about being accused of her murder.
after I tell
Wait,
you
you're worried
a
about-
body in a freezer, direction card fraud is baby shit, yeah. Absolutely.
Can I make a phone call? Because I'm going to need to obviously get a hold of a lawyer.
Oh, would you like to talk to a lawyer?
I would like to call my lawyer, yes.
Okay.
Only I don't.
Who is your lawyer?
Jennifer Saccone.
Not a problem.
Okay.
Arturo Novoa was charged with murder, aggravated murder, and tampering with evidence. He was sentenced to 48 years in prison.